Hey guys, what's up? My name is Tess. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am a licensed esthetician if you guys don't already know me, and in today's video I want to talk about some common things I see people and my clients doing that may be throwing off their routines. I have recently started my own small business venture. I am doing virtual consultations and taking a small number of clients to start so I can really focus with them on what's going on as I sort of get accustomed to this whole new thing, and more to come. So excited to share everything. But I have started this virtual consultation business, and what I've realized about myself and really trying to niche down and understand what possible realm of this whole aesthetics world I can work in and excel in. Something I've realized about myself is that I absolutely love people's routines. I'm so fascinated by them, and I've realized my favorite part of being in the treatment room, which is where I was before all this COVID stuff hit and my life took a big turn away from working in person in a spa, something I realized is that I love to give a facial start to finish, but my absolute favorite part is the education, talking with people, and figuring out, it's sort of like playing a little detective game, but really talking to them, getting down into the nitty-gritty and understanding what they are doing morning and nighttime, everything they are putting on their skin, what is their lifestyle like, are they healthy, are they sleeping well, how's their digestion, what are all of the products they're putting on their skin, are they using certain cleaning supplies, toothpaste, hair products, so many little fine details. In my consultations, I really go in depth with people, and that's something I wasn't able to do in a pretty fast-paced spa where it was very results oriented, and I worked with people for about an hour and a half. Doing little piece of it was the consultation, the rest was the facial, and doing everything I could in that time to make them happy with their skin. What I've realized stepping away from the hands-on spa world is that there's not just one way to be an esthetician, and there is so much to accomplish just talking to people about their day-to-day, and making those small changes can make a massive difference. So I have seen in one consultation, making tweaks and seeing what people are flexible with trying and adjusting with their lifestyle, we have made such amazing progress where people are now feeling confident in their skin. And never do I promise we're going to do a 180 or cure your acne with one consultation, but there is so much progress that can be made when we start exploring the little things that are happening in people's day-to-day. So all of this to say, I have realized so much in doing my consultations and taking my first handful of clients. I've realized certain commonalities and threads that people, it's all been women so far, but that women are doing in their routines that is throwing off their skin game. So I'm going to get into some of those quote-unquote mistakes. I mean, we're all learning, it's all a growth process, but I wanted to share those mistakes with you in case they are helpful for your routine or for your client's routine. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. It's kind of different from anything I've ever done, but please let me know what you think. Hit the like button if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. As always, please leave me your feedback in the comments. Let me know what kind of content you would like to see from me, especially as I venture into kind of uncharted waters. I'm not, doing the same things I used to do on YouTube. I'm not putting up the same vlogs in a spa. I've got different things ahead. So I hope you guys are excited for this journey, and I hope it inspires you to understand that as estheticians, we are not limited to one thing. We're not, there's no need to put ourselves in a box and do one thing for the rest of our lives if we're not happy. There's so much room to explore and play around. So I hope you are always enjoying and having fun with your job, because I certainly am. Thank you guys for watching, and let's get into the tips. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is something I think we all are a little bit guilty of, and that is getting a new routine, getting super excited about it, maybe doing a little skincare haul, coming home and trying everything at once. Now, we want to avoid trying a bunch of new things at once, because if there is a skin reaction, trying one thing at a time will allow us to understand what may have triggered that reaction. I recommend this for everybody, but especially if you are sensitive or prone to clogged pores or acne. Easing things into the routine is so important. And I learned this firsthand working in a spa, watching clients, come out of a facial and wanting to just, start a whole new chapter and, doing what they're supposed to do, which is follow a professional treatment plan. But people would get so excited and want to address hyperpigmentation, acne, oil levels, dehydration, all these things at once. And it's really best to start slow and one product at a time. Usually I say try a product for about 5 days before trying something else. That way, if there's any type of inflamed follicle, that kind of reaction, we can understand that before adding in a bunch of things which may just exacerbate the problem. It's all about avoiding overstimulation with the skin and just sort of keeping things kind of even keel. Calm and cool temperature-wise skin is a sign of healthy skin. So we don't want to overstimulate, we don't want to inflame, we don't want to add a bunch of heat to the skin, because acne is heat, heat is acne, and heat is inflammation. So want to avoid that. Slow and steady wins the race. If you are particularly prone to breakouts, you might want to test the product out in a small area for a few days, maybe around your chin, and just sort of patch test that small area. Good thing to do if you're sensitive as well. Try that out and see how you go. If all seems fine in that area that's especially prone to oil, it's likely okay to use it all over the rest of the face, but at least then we have, sort of targeted it to one area instead of going full blown with the whole face and possibly instigating a reaction. Then we have to sort of go back and try to fix things. So it's all about just going slow, trying things one at a time, even though it's tempting, I know, to come home with your bag of goodies and try everything at once. Go slow. I think your basic routine is a great place to start with new products. You want to make sure you have that down, and you can start with the cleanser before moving on to things that are a little bit more active or potentially clogging, such as a really potent serum or a moisturizer. Just start with your face cleanser. Okay, tip number 2. I think this has been a thing for a while, but it is the tendency to want to just sort of go ham at literally every step of your routine. I know a lot of us have that mentality that more is better, or that if something's not burning and you don't feel it, it's not doing anything for your skin, which couldn't be farther from the truth. I would say in most cases, your skin should not feel sensitized like it's burning. If you're feeling like your skin is burning often, it's a sign that your barrier may not be intact. And then we need to, again, go back to basics, really focus on hydration. And once you have that just basic foundation down with your skin, then you can slowly start to increase products that have maybe a higher level of active. There is no need to just be absolutely going crazy and, trying to make the most out of your routine by doing crazy things at every step of the way. So I have one client who comes from an acne background. She likely has that image ingrained in her head of her as a teen with very oily skin, with, feeling like she has a problem with her skin and, being told she needs to use XYZ acne products, which luckily it worked for her. But now, as a person who's older, in her mid-30s, she no longer has the same concerns or disease of the skin. She no longer has acne, so she doesn't need to treat it as aggressively. I don't really think we ever need to treat something super aggressively, but she doesn't need to go into the routine with the same focus on harsh products. Again, that's really never my philosophy with skin, but I realize it is some people's philosophy, and dermatologists who are concerned with a more targeted approach and medicated approach. Again, that's their approach, but it doesn't need to be somebody's approach forever. So this client I'm talking about now, having had that history of really, going at the skin with intense products, she now thinks in her older years to target a different concern, such as aging. She thinks every step of the routine should be exfoliating. Now, it's pretty standard that when we over exfoliate, when we really wear down that barrier that protects us from the outside world with our skin, things aren't going to go well because we have compromised our skin, made it more susceptible to external factors. We have compromised the pH of our skin, and it's just going to be reactive to every little thing that comes along. So we got to do our best to preserve that barrier, preserve our hydration, which gets increasingly difficult as we get into the colder months. But she was going at her morning and nighttime routine, exfoliating 2 to 3 times in each morning or nighttime routine. So at the end of the day, she'd exfoliated her skin 5 to 6 times with a cleanser, with a scrub, with an acid toner, with pads, all these crazy things, serums. So looking at her skin, it was completely raw. It was literally peeling off her face. On top of that, she's wearing her face mask and her skin is just raw and it's screaming, "Help me. Please don't put anything else crazy on me. Baby me, protect me." So that's when I had to have the conversation, and I think this is so common with, it's been a thing since peels were invented. We really like to feel that activity and feel like we're making progress. I think some people think if we're not introducing that activity, we're not making progress, and it's sort of a missed opportunity or a waste. Your skin does need time to heal and repair, much like a professional athlete or somebody who even just goes to the gym. The progress is really made in that recovery time when your muscles can repair itself. Skin, similarly, it needs that time to repair and heal. If we are constantly bombarding it with acids and all of these things, it's going to create more inflammation. And that's what was happening. Her skin was red, it was peeling, and it just needed a break. So when that happens, then again, gotta stop everything, keep it super basic, lay off the exfoliation for a number of days. I am working with her and we're going to try laying off the actives for 10 days, just doing a normal cleanser and moisturizer and sunscreen because her skin is raw. So all of that to say, you do not need to use actives at every step of your routine. It's totally even okay to take a night off. With retinol, for example, great to use it as much as you can to see results, but it's totally okay for your skin to take a little break, allow it time to heal, and I promise you will still see those results. Okay, number 3, this was a shocker for me, a little bit of a disappointment. This was just shocking to me because I almost feel like I say it so much it's annoying and probably comes across like motherly, and we get it, but it's not wearing sunscreen on a day-to-day basis. I thought in 2020 we were all wearing our sunscreen every day regardless of it's sunny or not, but so far 5 out of 5 clients of mine, we're not wearing sunscreen. And funny enough, hyperpigmentation was actually also everyone's main concern. So they're concerned with any type of brown spot, melasma, age spot, but not protecting their skin. I think we know this doesn't make sense, but I think people just don't realize the amount of incidental sun exposure we can get just walking to our car, walking to work, things like that, even driving. People don't understand, even if their skin is not burning, they're still absorbing those UVA rays. The skin is certainly more susceptible to signs of aging, increased pore size, more obvious fine lines and wrinkles. It really is, not wearing sunscreen is the fastest way to age, and especially if you are investing in your routine, your skincare products, if you care about the aesthetic of your skin, let alone the health and your overall health, we have to be protecting the skin. There's really no reason to even invest in the routine and use things like AHAs or retinols if we are not wearing sunscreen. So we got to protect our investment, wear the sunscreen. Really quickly, I had to say, I've been seeing this all over TikTok, and it breaks my heart that people are still going in tanning beds. And I know it's tough because there's seasonal depression and people like to feel tan. I get it. And I actually was somebody in my college days, I used to go in the tanning beds too. So I totally get it. It made me feel, honestly, it made me feel hotter and better about myself. So I get it. And it's really nice and warming. It's a nice sensation. I am just shocked at the number of tanning beds that exist in gyms. I didn't even know that was a thing, and just how commonplace it was on TikTok. I'm watching these videos expecting the comments to be horrified like me, and everyone's just, talking about going to tanning beds as if it's this normal thing. So please don't go to tanning beds. Please protect your skin. Always wear SPF, wear a hat if you can. Protecting your skin is the #1 tip I have for having nice skin. Protect your skin, sunscreen every day, even if you are somebody who's only going outside here and there. It's just better if the sunscreen becomes a part of the morning routine and you just put it on every morning. That way you don't forget and you don't get caught off guard when you are outside walking to get coffee and you just have it on, your skin is protected. So please, please protect your skin. Can't say it enough. Next, something I have talked about with every client I've had is not using the right cleanser for their skin, or just not using a cleanser I would recommend in general. A big theme I see is people not wanting to cleanse their skin in the morning, which we can work on, and that's a whole nother video. But I do recommend cleansing your skin morning and nighttime. I have a couple clients who thought previously that using a micellar water or using a cleansing balm was a sufficient way to cleanse their skin. What I noticed happening was those clients who used a large molecule in their cleanser, so using a large molecule such as oil as the first step in their routine, they all complained of dryness, and likely it was because they had that little film occluding their pores and none of their hydrating products were able to penetrate past that large molecule. Thus, they were feeling dry. Some of them were struggling with breakouts. So a cleanser is so important. Normally, I really recommend having a professional make a recommendation for your skin and your skin type. You'd be surprised how many people misdiagnose their own skin type and are using the wrong products, which kind of creates a vicious cycle. So I really suggest getting the right cleanser for your skin type. You may want a couple types that you can use in different periods throughout the day for different occasions, such as post-workout or as your morning cleanser. You may want different things, but it's really important you have a good solid cleanser because that is the cornerstone of a good routine and good skin health. That will allow everything that follows to better penetrate and work more effectively. The last tip, and this is super important and prevalent, I notice it all the time is not understanding the difference between dry and dehydrated skin. So dry skin is a lack of oil, whereas dehydrated is a lack of water. So two very different things, and to have healthy glowing skin that works in equilibrium, everything functions well, you need the right balance of oil and water. Now, everyone needs hydration, everyone needs water, so everyone does need a moisturizer. We want to make sure we are feeding the skin and it can recover. So a few ingredients you can look for in your skincare products, which everyone can do, is look for ingredients like hyaluronic acid, algae, aloe, panthenol, amazing B vitamin. Make sure you have those in your routine, and it will allow the skin to function properly and to heal and recover from any trauma. The next thing I notice with those who are dehydrated, who might have more pronounced fine lines that aren't true wrinkles, but just more of a sign of dehydration, when I tell people they're dehydrated, they think, of course, I need to drink more water. Drinking more water is so important for you to have overall health, and it does benefit the appearance of your skin, but drinking water is actually the least efficient way to hydrate your skin. Only a tiny little portion of that water you drink really makes its way to your skin cells. So you want to make sure you are applying topical hydration in the form of those ingredients we just talked about. Now, for your skin to retain that water, your skin does need oil, and this can be in the form of your own natural lipids or from applying an extra emollient. My favorite oils to use are squalane, derived from olives, and jojoba. They are really nice, light, non-comedogenic oils that you can use in your routine. If you notice you apply your moisturizer and you still feel quite dry, you can apply a little bit of a light oil as the last step in your routine. Another little thing I notice with clients mixing their oil into their moisturizer, that's not the correct way to use it. You want to make sure you apply it as the last step, as an occlusive over the moisturizer to seal in that water and sort of act as like a little top coat for your routine. So remember, oil is always the last step in the routine. All right, guys, those are my tips and things I have learned from working with my first very own clients. It's super exciting. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this. There are so many things I see in people's routines that I just hear and I think, oh man, I have to tell more people. I want more people to understand how to properly cleanse or use oils, all these little things. So please let me know if you want to see another video like this. Thank you guys so much for watching and for all of the support and everything I'm doing right now. I love you guys so much. So thank you for enriching my life and just being part of it. It means so much to me, and I have so much fun doing what I do, and I'm so lucky that I get to do that. So thank you guys so much. I love you, and I will see you in the next video.